Challenge coin. Many of you may know what it is, what it represents, and the traditions that go along with it. But some of you may not. And so I'm here to give you a little bit of history about challenge coins, what it's evolved into, and show you a few of mine that are special to me. Welcome back to my channel. Southern Piper here. And some of you may have seen a post on my community page about a coin that I received. And so I decided to do a Monday Musing. So for today's Monday Musing, I'm going to be talking about challenge coins, in case you hadn't figured that out. I'm drinking some bourbon. To be exact, it's Chattanooga Whiskey 91. And I'm going to hold off telling you what I'm smoking for just a minute. Now, challenge coins, as they are today, are something that primarily military give, and it's probably the most common is a commander or a senior enlisted will present a coin to a troop, whether it be an officer or enlisted, for a job well done, an attaboy, an attagirl, or a thank you. And the coin will typically be maybe the unit's insignia, the installation information, if it's from, obviously a certain officers have their own coins minted, and there'll be, maybe the rank and their name on it. So they have a variety and primarily used for recognition. Now, the tradition has spilled over into the civilian sector, particularly with what I've seen. Law enforcement, firefighters will have challenge coins. My understanding, based on the research I did, is the first president to have a challenge coin was President Clinton. And he actually had a collection of challenge coins that had been presented to him, and he kept it in his in the Oval Office on the credenza, and he had presidential challenge coins minted to give out. So they're essentially just a symbol of recognition for a job well done or a thank you. So where did the tradition start? How did we get here? Well, there's a couple of stories which feels or seem to be the genesis of this. The first one, and the most commonly accepted, was back during World War I, when a lot of American pilots went to France to help defend against the enemy. In this case, that would be Germany. So there was a squadron of American pilots, and one of the members of the squadron was kind of, came from a well-off family, and as a symbol of kind of esprit de corps, brotherhood, he decided to have a special coin made with the unit's insignia on it, and he gave it to all his fellow pilots as like a good luck charm. And so all the members of the squadron had a little coin, and they would keep it on their person. Well, a pilot from this squadron gets shot down and gets taken prisoner by the German forces. And they take all identifying accoutrements from him that would identify him as an American and fighting, for our side, for the good side. And so they figured, well, he won't escape if he can't identify who he is, because they'll just think that he's the enemy impersonating. But they didn't take his coin, and so he does escape, and he steals some civilian clothes, and he makes it into France. And sure enough, the French think that he is a spy or somebody for the enemy, and they get ready to prosecute him because he can't identify that he's or prove that he is an American. And he remembers he has his challenge coin on him. So he presents it and says, look, I'm an American. I've got this coin with my unit's insignia to prove it. Well, one of the French captors recognized the insignia and saved his life. And so there becomes challenge coin. Prove who you are. So another story claims that the tradition actually started during Vietnam. And a group of Army infantrymen ran a bar in the South somewhere, and they only wanted infantry to come in there and drink. So what they said is, well, we're going to make you bring some sort of token or memento proving that you're in the infantry. And so guys would bring a spent round, a casing, to prove that they had been in battle, to prove that they were infantry. Well, as the story goes, it got out of hand. Guys would start bringing in grenades, unexploded ordnances, and it got to be kind of dangerous. So they developed a coin. Now, having been in the Air Force, I prefer the former story about the downed pilot. But you can choose which one you want to believe. There is no documented evidence of it, actually how it started. Now, today, one of the cool things is with a challenge coin, and I've got my challenge coin from my career field. If you are with a group of your guys and gals from your squadron, and somebody pulls out a challenge coin, then anybody that doesn't have their coin on them has to buy a round for everybody else. Now, there also is some people who play it by whoever pulls theirs out last has to buy. And then there's another one, alternatively to that, where if everybody does have theirs, then whoever threw the challenge has to buy. So that's one way that challenge coins are used. And it's kind of fun too. I think just about everywhere I've been, there has been someone at least once who threw a challenge out to make sure that people had their coins. So I'm going to share with you some of my coins and a little bit of the stories that go behind them. Because that is one of the cool things about challenge coins is you have them, if you've built a collection, they all kind of have a story. And so I'm gonna show you a few of mine, and I'm gonna start with one that I treasure, and it is from the Tidewater chapter of the Tuskegee Airmen. Now, the reason I've waited to tell you what I'm smoking is because, in honor of the Tuskegee Airmen, I am smoking Cornell and Dill's Tuskegee Airmen. And I am smoking it in a Camoys Rover. This is an estate pipe that I got off of Smoking Pipes some time back, probably a couple of years ago maybe. It is, just a straight kind of apple shape. It's a good smoker. I enjoy it. So, back to this coin. So when I was stationed at Langley Air Force Base, there were several members of who were Tuskegee Airmen, and they would do luncheons, and there was just a really active chapter there. So, and they would often participate in ceremonies. And one of the gentlemen who was he was a maintainer during World War II, presented several of us with a coin, and so that's very special to me. So I'm going to set that there, and I'm going to do a quick relight because I feel like I'm out. Now, show you a couple others. So this is a coin that I received from a former commander on the occasion of her retirement. This would have been when I was probably still a young lieutenant, and I participated in her retirement ceremony, so we all got a coin from her for helping with her retirement. So I like that one as well. It is special to me. I have coins from different units that I was assigned to. So this is from the 1st Medical Support Squadron, Langley Air Force Base. And that emblem was our patch, our unit patch. And I'm not going to go through all of these in specific detail, but this was from another duty station, and I've kept it in a plastic case. And then these last two are from 2 other units I was attached to. So those are special. That I have coins from all of my assigned units. And then I have some that are special for other reasons. 2 of these are from Officer Training School at Maxwell Air Force Base. And I got that on the occasion of my graduation from OTS. And one of the first things I did when I landed at my first duty station was I participated. I was on the team. We were a beta site for a new information system, and so I was on the team that helped test that. So I got a coin for that project for participating, and so that one's special to me. And then while I was stationed in Virginia, Langley Air Force Base is just a couple hour drive from DC. And so one of the guys in our squadron at Langley had gone through OTS and our career field school with a guy who was actually assigned to the White House. The White House has a clinic inside it for the sole purpose of taking care of the president. And so they rotate. It's a multi-service, tri-service clinic. So all services work there, and they rotate the positions through the different services. Well, the administrator for the clinic at the time was Air Force, and he had gone through training with a guy that I served with, so we were able to take a tour, kind of a specialized tour of the White House and then the old executive office building where the clinic's located. So we were presented with coins from the White House medical unit, and so that one's very special to me as well. So I think that's cool. And the last one that I'm going to share with you, because I'm 16 minutes in and most of you have stopped watching or otherwise don't care, but this is the one that I posted the picture of. And I go to a men's Bible study here in town, and one of the gentlemen is in the Army National Guard, and he's a one-star general. And so we were talking, and we've gotten to know each other over the past several months since we've both been attending. And, you know, we typically always wind up talking something military or business related. And so last night, man, we got into a deep conversation, talked for a couple of hours, and before we left, he came and presented me with one of his coins. And so I thought that was very thoughtful, and it's very special to me because I understand, right? And lots of you out there will also understand why that was special to me. Now, I said I was going to end with that one, but I lied. I'm actually going to end with the one that I carry on my person all the time. And a friend of mine, a fellow Air Force veteran, presented this one to me. And it is, I don't hide my faith. I try not to beat anybody over the head with it, but I don't hide the fact that I'm a Christian. And so this is put on the whole armor of God, which is from Ephesians 6:13 through 17. And so on the front, I don't know if it'll focus very well, but you can see a knight with his armor, and in the white section it's kind of blown out there, you can't see it on camera, but it says put on the whole armor of God. And then on the inner ring surrounding the knight, it has the different parts of the armor: the breastplate, the sword, the helmet, the belt, the shield, and the sandals. And on the back, this is an Air Force specific coin because it has the it has some planes, and it's got the Air Force's motto of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. So that's one that I carry on my person all the time. So that's it. That's the history and tradition of military challenge coins. And I'd be interested to know if any of you collect challenge coins, if you've got any that are your favorites. But I do appreciate you sticking this out if you've made it all the way to the end. This was fun for me because I really do. I'm a proud veteran. I'm proud of what I did in service to our country. And so this was fun for me to do and share with y'all. So hope you enjoyed it. I appreciate you stopping by, particularly if you made it all the way to the end. And until next time, my friends, I bid you happy smoking and blessings to you and your family.